Money Productions.
This the T Money Show. Don't be a hoe. This the T Money Show. Come on, man. Tune in to the T Money Show.
When it comes to the story of the NFC South, for me, it's going back to the Panthers. And there's only one guy that I would like to talk about.
Hey now.
And that's this man right here. This beautiful, authentic jersey.
The poet.
He's going to help so much. Keep pounding, keep running. And I want to talk about that running game. When you look at what happened a couple years ago, 2015, Cam Newton just took the league by storm, 45 touchdowns, 10 on the ground. They were moving the ball in the air, on the ground, and then they fell all the way off. It was that Super Bowl loss hangover. They came back, 24 TDs, only 5 on the ground. Cam was banged up. And I'll be honest, looked a little gun shy at times when he would drop back because he was taking shots, because he was banged up. He didn't explode into those holes. Now you have help. Christian McCaffrey's going to come in. He's going to help in between the tackles. Peter, you were talking about how he just showed up for camp, and they lined him up at wide receiver on his first snap.
Why they got him.
So that's exciting because we know he can run in between the tackles.
Pretty cool.
Just the fact that he can go out there and have a mismatch problem with the DBs that are going to guard him. And if the DBs don't want to guard him, the defense say, okay, we're going to put a linebacker or a safety on him. He's going to route those guys up. And it's not just McCaffrey, though. It's also Curtis Samuel. You remember the guy that came on our show and said, well, you know, I'm just a baller. Yeah, folks, he's just a baller. Last year, 74 catches. 74 catches. And you're like, oh, man, well, he must have been one hell of a wide receiver in college.
know, right?
Yeah, he was. But he also had 97 rushes and averaged 8 yards a pop.
8 yards a carry.
Ridiculous. So,
Stupid.
If you got Jonathan Stewart, who you know runs harder than most running backs in this league, you add McCaffrey, and then you add Curtis. I'll say this. This could be a hot take. I know we're doing duos later on in the show, and this is a tease, but I'll jump right out and say this right now is the best trio of running backs in football. And there are a lot of trios out there. You look up in New England, they got about 6 running backs that are legitimate. There's a lot of trios around the league. This right here could be the best trio. And I mean from a versatility standpoint, this running game is going to help Cam get back to where he needs to be, light up this league again, and hopefully get the Panthers back over that hump and into the postseason.
I'm glad they rock with my guy McCaffrey, man. That's not, man. I like that, man. I love that Nate Burleson, let that out there that he can run in between the tackles. If you watch him at Stanford, he did a lot of power run, a lot of power sweeps. They did a lot of unbalanced lines. He can run, in between the tackles. He can find the right hole, make the right decisions. He has the vision. He has everything you want. I love that he said Curtis Samuel was not only a great running back, he is a great receiver, man. If I told you I had a guy who had 70 catches coming out of college, how many people would say, hey, I don't want him, especially at Ohio State? So Curtis Samuel is definitely a baller. He's definitely going to be able to get the ball in his hands in space and make plays. McCaffrey, again, they want him to touch the ball. Like I said, they're planning on, I've been telling everybody, they're planning on him touching the ball 15, 25 times a game, whether it's in the passing game, whether it's running the ball, whether it's on special teams. McCaffrey will get every chance in the world to produce, and from what he's shown at Stanford, and hopefully what he'll show in the NFL, man, he's somebody who can handle that. He's somebody who can handle a lot of production. He's somebody who can get the ball in the hands in a lot of different ways and make plays, man. But other than that, shout out to Nate Burleson, man, and for rocking with us. He's been a firm believer in us that I've seen so far this offseason. Peter and the other guys been kind of shaky. I think Kay Adams really likes us too. But that's it for right now. This is boy Mr. T-Man 1993. I'm out.